Hey, this is Stacia, and we're going to take a look at a tournament game that I played tonight as part of the Tuesday Tussle. This is actually going to be my last Tussle game for a while because I'm returning to over the board chess. I actually will play the Cleveland Open this weekend. I'm very excited, also scared, but I'm always scared before I compete. Um, and I'll say goodbye to the tussle, which I will then play at Parma Chess Club on Tuesdays like I used to. And, well, that's going to reintroduce the social aspect of going to the chess club and seeing people and everything. So I'm actually really excited about that. Plus, playing on a real board, you know, who would think? So I do intend to show you guys all of my tournament games, especially the Cleveland Open games, because that's classical time control. That is a 3-day tournament. I'll have one game on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. My doubles partner is National Master Ralph Tan, who is a brand new master, 16-year-old high school student who is also an instructor and just an amazing kid. I pretty much want to say an amazing guy because he seems like a full-grown adult to me, but I have to keep in mind that he isn't yet. But okay, what I'm gonna do is I have not looked at this with the engine yet, and my coach was not available to analyze, so I'm gonna do my postmortem with you guys, and I'm going to show you the game and give you my thoughts, but we are not going to draw any conclusions until the end, and then we'll go through it with the engine. Okay, so I want you to, give me your thoughts on my thoughts and my moves. I'd be very interested to know if there's anything, especially from you stronger players, if there's anything that I'm saying that doesn't make sense. I always want to know that so I can learn. Okay, does the screen look good? Yes. Okay, well that was a long intro. Okay, so I was playing Jim Slagle this game, and this is the first time I've had white against him. Every single time I faced him, which is 3 times, he played the Polish as white. And the first game I lost, the second game I won, and the third game I lost. So here we are in the 4th game, and he played the French. So he is a predictable player, kind of like myself. I can relate to that. So I knew we would get a French terrace variation, which goes like this. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. So the idea of these weird knights is that this knight's going to f3, and we just want to put an extra guy on d4. So that's basically what we're doing here. If they push f6 in the terrace French, you pretty much always take it. Okay, and here I was a little bit out of book, but not really. The moves I wanted to get done were castles and bishop f4. It's important to trade the dark square bishops. This is black's good bishop, so we want to trade that one off. It's also helping support the e5 break. So I just castled here. He castled, and bishop to f4, and this is all theory and all prep so far. I've probably had this exact position before. Okay, and this was a new move, so he thought a long time here before playing this move. And, well, I was expecting bishop takes bishop. Wonder if I can I move pieces? I guess I can't. This is not an analysis board, so we're gonna do it this way. I was expecting this, bishop takes bishop. The knight's a little bit loose here because of the discoveries from the rook. But bishop takes bishop, knight takes bishop, queen d6. He played this in another game that I looked at. And after queen d6, you can actually play the move g3. And I have a book with that exact position. And I looked at all the lines that come out of that. So, well, 3 lines. So I had some ideas, basically, if we went into that. But he played this move. I think he suspected that he shouldn't take the bishop. I mean, you know, that is kind of a forcing move, but on the other hand, the knight is offsides. Probably I should take, let the queen take, and then make some move that makes the knight silly here. But maybe that's not so easy because, you know, black does have very good control over this square. They're probably going in that square no matter what, which is kind of what I realized during the game. So maybe this is not the worst move ever. I mean, of course it's not. I mean, I could even do this probably. No, I can't. Actually, I have to be careful because there is rook takes f3. And if I cannot play queen takes, then my structure gets wrecked, and I think that would be very bad for me. So I actually took and then played here. I kind of regretted this move after I played it. The other move I was considering was knight to c3. And what else was I considering? Nothing else really. Yeah, no, nothing else. I have to stop rook takes knight. I think I have to stop that. So it was between this and this. And I did this one because it's a little more forcing. I'm saying, hey, knight, you have to move. Now, he should probably jump into f4, and I think he did. Yeah, that's what I thought he would do. And now here, I thought I could play bishop c2. That's probably the right move. But then I thought maybe knight here. Yeah, it's probably still right. I'm not totally sure what's going on here. But I played this and I offered up my bishop. Now you guys will be amazed that I was not the one in time pressure this game. My opponent had like 2 minutes to my 20 minutes at one point. But in the ending, I used time and we had about even. I even got under him at some point. But it's 15-second increment. Okay, he grabbed the bishop. He probably should. I mean, my idea was, hey, you better take my bishop while you can. I'm going to play bishop b1 and then maybe queen c2 and put pressure on your h7 pawn. So he took it. But, you know, this is a fairly comfortable position for white. I mean, my attacking chances are kind of gone, but this is comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, the only weird thing is this knight. So he pushed e5. I'm guessing that is correct. That is a move that black wants to get in. But he is going to have an isolated pawn. And if I can win that pawn, I'll be better. So this happened. Now the queen is attacking b2. So I could either defend that pawn or I could not defend it and try playing crazy. I first looked at rook c7. And then luckily I didn't play it because that would be embarrassing. Gotta watch out for backwards moves. So instead I found, oh yeah, instead I played b3. Yeah, no matter how I tried to give up that pawn, I couldn't seem to justify it. I mean, notice that at this part of the game, if I give up that pawn, black will have a queenside majority, and that will give black some nice winning chances even. So why do that? I don't think I want to exchange this weak pawn for a queenside majority, so I didn't do that. So I saved my pawn. Okay, bishop to d7. Yeah, I thought he might try to go here or even here. If he can go here safely, that's a skewer. Can't do that yet. So what to do? So it was at this part of the game that I kind of had to look around and said, hey, a couple of things I need to do. I need to pile up on this pawn and win it. Maybe I should blockade it with the knight. But probably I should attack it with my rooks. And then I need to keep close watch on my f2 pawn because, well, If I move my rook away, that's going to be very tender, and there's going to be all kinds of queen moves attacking that. As you'll see, that kind of happens anyway. But okay, I really decided that rook e1's just a good move. The queen is very uncomfortable here. I was having trouble finding good moves for the queen. I actually thought if queen d6, and we'll have to analyze this one, I think I have to move knight e4 there. Improving my knight, hitting the queen, and, well, it would guard the f2 pawn. And it's very likely I'm going to take this with check. So I think maybe he didn't like that either. He may have seen it. I mean, my opponent is like 1700 plus USCF, stronger than me. So he went here, queen g5. I saw this move though. Now, if I wanted to be silly and try to, I don't know, double up, like move my rook, you have to watch out, because that would be check and almost checkmate, but I would definitely lose material. So I got to play this move, which there's a Bobby Fischer game. It's the Fischer Fine game. It's an Evans Gambit where Bobby Fischer plays this move h4. It's almost the exact same thing. The queen's like on g5 and he deflects the queen. His move is much better than mine, of course, but I used the same idea. Yeah, like I spent a month analyzing 4 Bobby Fischer games. I mean, it was as many as I could fit because I analyzed deeply. I can't tell you how many times I've thought about those games since. So I'm definitely getting ready to analyze like that again. Maybe even pick out some games out of that very book. But I have games that I memorize like that. So h4, I don't think he can take the pawn because I'll go check, and that would fork the bishop and the king. So I think that's just losing. So he went here, which I did analyze. And I think now I have to take the pawn. I mean, gotta take it. Otherwise, what am I doing? All right, so I was expecting rook to f7 here, but he played king h8, which makes more sense. Step out of the pin, right? And okay, well, my f2 pawn is attacked and he's offering up his bishop. Yeah, I guess that's why I expected rook f7. I didn't expect him to sacrifice, but I do believe this to be the key moment of the game, and this is the exact position I was thinking of when I decided to do this format. I wanted to share this with you guys. So the question we are facing is, should I take that bishop? Okay, if you want to pause your video, go ahead and do so now, and then I'll explain my thoughts, and then we're going to discover together what is correct here. Okay, well, if I take that bishop, I'm going to lose f2 with check. Okay, that's pretty scary. That hits my knight. So that means king h2 is forced to protect the knight. And the queen is on here, and the queen is on here, and I mean, there's no doubt that black has a lot of counterplay. On top of that, my queen would actually be on d7, so black has this move, rook a to d8, bringing his final rook into the game with tempo, and then I would have to decide where to put my queen. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I thought, you know, if I do this, I mean, what do I do? I mean, I don't want to go here, do I? But if I don't, he very well could take that and then sink the rook on f2. I mean, I'm down a piece there. But the other thing is that this h-pawn is a little bit of a nuisance now. It's kind of hanging out there. He could take it with check if my king's on h2. I just saw too many scary things to go for that line, and I actually decided not to take the bishop. So I don't know if that was correct. I'll tell you guys this. My opponent said after the game, when I asked him, he said that he didn't think he had enough for the bishop. So he thinks I should have taken it. I thought I shouldn't. And I didn't get to ask my coach, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. But we're going to ask the engine soon. All right, so I decided on this move, rook c2. You know, just defending. The other factor here is that he had his 2 minutes compared to my 20 minutes here. You know, with that in mind, maybe I should have taken the bishop because I had a lot of time to deal with the threats, but I don't know. My gut feeling was that I might get mated or lose material back. So I decided not to. I did see this bishop c6 move, but I think it's hard to attack this pawn, so I allowed it and went here, offering a queen trade. Yeah. Now that I see this move, knowing that I often offer queen trades when I shouldn't, I'm not sure if this was a good move or not. It does double my pawns, but if I don't do that, I wonder if queen h5 is better. I mean, I think I do want to defend the h pawn. Or maybe queen c4. That would x-ray defend the h pawn, so that is an option too. Wonder if I could do this move too. If takes, no, I lose material. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling that's not the best move though. But my pieces are awkward here, which I think is why I wanted to trade queens. Yeah, maybe I don't know whose king is less safe. It's probably mine. So maybe this isn't so bad. So, okay. I did that. He brought his rook in, so I doubled up. Now I thought, you know, if I can get my rooks active and get my knight active, I'm up a pawn. I have to keep this pawn though. If I don't keep that, I'm probably equal or even slightly worse. But okay, he brought his king back and I sunk my rook in. This is another move I'm not sure about because, well, what can I really do down here? It's not so easy to figure out. I mean, I was dreaming of like this plan, but he can easily like defend. And this bishop's annoying. It's a really good bishop. And my knight is not good. So maybe it's already equal for all I know. I mean, it's hard to if you don't play that move, rook e7, then what do you play, right? I mean, I guess knight h5, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. Maybe knight e4. I'm not sure. Okay, so he did defend. I brought the knight in. He's attacking my pawn. I don't think I should lose pawns here in this position. So I defended. He checked me. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if should have blocked with the other rook. I end up doing that anyway, like this. Yeah, it's just I'm up a pawn, but my pawn's not that good and my pieces are weird. Well, my knight's weird specifically. And the bishop's really good, so maybe it's just equal. It's totally possible that it's just equal here. I would say white's slightly better, but it's not easy to figure out what to do, so I ended up playing this. We had some trades. Yeah, this actually does favor black, doesn't it? This series of trades, because Maybe f4 is also wrong, but yeah, I really wanted him to play g6, but he just wouldn't do it. So if let's say I took here, he could take, he's still on this. If I go here, he takes, oh, he can't do that, but he could play g6 first, then there, then takes. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't seeing how to make progress here, so I allowed the trades, and now I'm up a pawn, but my pawns are horrible, so it's probably just equal now. And if he wins a pawn, it might be worse. So, but I love this move. This is a really fun part of the game for me because his king is about to invade, right? If he does this, he's attacking everything. I can't defend it. So this move, X-Glam, he cannot get in. It built a wall. And you cannot dislodge the knight. The knight is awesome all of a sudden. So I checked. Yeah, he cannot get in. This is just a wall now. And, but I think he realized that there's not much I can do. Put my pawns on dark squares opposite of this bishop. But this bishop has a lot of squares, and I really fought hard here. But you can probably tell by my tone. It's like, what to do? You know, I mean, I finally got my king in here to get this, and he attacked my pawn. I'm like, ah. But I thought, okay, bishops are better with pawns on both sides of the board, but you also don't want to trade down if you have winning chances. So still equal. Nothing I can really do. The only other plan I really have is this. But if I actually do move that, the king comes in. And not only that, if I move this here, the bishop and the king can gang up on this and win it. And then, you know, I'm not going to win that king and pawn ending. If anything, I'm worse. So maybe losing. So, yeah. Yeah, we must have had, what do you call it? Three move repetition. I can't remember the name of it. The exact thing I'm trying to remember. It's when you have the same position occurs 3 times. It's a draw by repetition. So my opponent claimed it here. So anyway, if I had to guess, the key moves of the game were, I think the opening went very well. I think knight h5 is probably inaccurate, but fine. I think knight g3 is probably inaccurate. I think rook c1 is probably inaccurate. And then maybe here I was better. I think h4 was a good move. And probably I had to take the bishop. That's my guess. The engine's going to say take it because the engine has no fear. And then probably queen g5 gave away my advantage. And then probably it's just equal. That's my guess. So let's look at the actual game now. Okay, how's the screen look for you guys? Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to run the analysis. Can you guys see the graph? Maybe I can shrink the board a little bit. Let's see. 85%. I'll shrink it to 50 for a minute. Or 60. Yeah, I'll shrink it to 60. And then go back to 85. Okay, so you guys can see the graph. Oh my gosh, it looks like I had an absolutely huge advantage. Oh wow, looks like I missed something early on too. Wow. All right, and we can see now that I had 9 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, 2 blunders. Wow. My opponent had 9 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, 2 blunders. But in a complex game, that is what it's going to look like. So let's now go through with the engine. All right, I'll turn the arrows on too. That should be fun, right? Forget how to do it though. Oh, I have to put the engine down to 1 line. Okay. Okay, I'll turn this back to 85. Oops. Hopefully it'll fit. Is that fitting right? Yeah. Okay, great. All right, let's have a look with the engine now and see what's going on. So, this is all theory. Now, the first move out of book, as far as I know, is knight h5. This move here. So let's have a look at the opening book. Wow, it's the second most common move. But by far, bishop takes f4 is like the move here. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, and then it goes like this. If takes and takes. There's actually a lot of moves that black can play now. The one that he plays though is queen d6. And then we go g3. And this is pretty interesting. Now he can go e5, queen b4, or bishop d7 here. And I was looking at e5. This is kind of similar to my game, but here we have this really cool move. Well, no, I have to play b3 first. Wait, what do I play here? I think the move is queen c2 or bishop c2. Like if this, I go queen d3. And then I'm threatening to take this because if here, we take there. Okay, anyway, that was my prep before the game actually. But it was out of a book, not the Lee chess thing. Okay, so let's go back. After knight h5, yeah, the computer gives white more of an advantage now, so it's probably not theory. It's just a move that some people play. So I should probably take the bishop. We want to exchange bishops. So where's the best move arrow? What happened? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry you guys. Hang on a second. Where'd my best move arrow go? Okay, it's there. What the heck? I have it on. I can't see any engine lines either. Okay. Best move arrow, evaluation. I don't understand what's going on. Okay, it's back on now. Yeah, I had a feeling that this move was wrong, but not for the reason I thought. So we can go rook e1 and still give up the bishop, apparently. Like, if this. It's not giving me the engine lines, and I don't know why. Oh, I had it on 0. I didn't even know you could put it on 0. Apparently you can. Okay, so here, I mean, we know the rook belongs there because of what happened later. So I guess this is how it goes. Okay. Well. So now it's equal already. Take, take, e5. Now white's better again. It says bishop d7. See, it's hard to understand why. Wow, and here it does want me to attack the queen and give up the pawn. Let's look at this for a second. If here I take with check, I kept looking at this move. Oh, it's mate in one. Wow. I should see that. I even had a tactic like that in one of my games. H3. I thought about setting up my rooks like this too. Wow, look at this. Okay, so apparently this position's good. I mean, I would be nervous though. I wouldn't know that I was better because black has that majority. And if we don't keep the pressure on, that majority is gonna matter. So, okay. Okay, it likes b3. Likes this. It likes h4. Is that the top move? No, rook c7. Still likes it. Okay, definitely take the pawn. Wow, that's a blunder. He has to play rook f7 here, like I was saying. Wow, it says I'm +6 once I take the bishop. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, I had no idea it was that winning. Okay, let's say I do this. Check, king h2. Yep. I just go here and somehow... I mean, this looks... You can see why I was nervous. I mean... Oh, I could block here. Yeah, and once I block there, then trades are going to happen. Can I play queen takes even? Oh, they can't take here because I would play checkmate. So they have to come back first. Now they're threatening the pawn. We say, who cares about a pawn? We're going to checkmate you. So they have to defend. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty easy to see this is winning now. Okay, well, I'm going to make a flashcard of this because clearly I was seeing ghosts, and I need to get it in my mind when there's a moment in that variation that I'm okay. I didn't find that moment, so I couldn't really go into it. It just looked scary, and that was all I knew about it, so okay. Yeah, so rook c2 is a horrible blunder, actually. Oh, it likes queen g5. Taking the queen is... What am I supposed to take if I don't take the queen? I mean, it says the top engine move. Oh, it's their move. That's wrong. They should go h6. Okay. Wow, white's better here. I was thinking it might be equal, but white's plus 1.3 here. And that move, not that great? Wow, rook e5 just defending the pawn, I think. Stopping the rooks from coming to the 5th rank. It's kind of interesting. This is still better for white. That move's not good, though. Again, I should come here and defend the pawn. Well, that's... Yeah, I guess the computer just knows there's no counterplay here. This doesn't work. Black just defends it. So I wasted my time. Now it's getting close to equal. Oh, now it says black's even a little bit better. I didn't even see they could take this. Wow. I mean, I would take here, I think. Then if they take here, I take here. Okay, that's winning. But they can throw in this check. And then I have to move my king. Then they take. Wow, that's some cool stuff. Now it's equal. That's kind of tough to see too. But I might make a flashcard of that too, because I miss stuff in the rook endings. But I guess a lot of people do. They're pretty hard. Yep, f4, best move. White's better again. Okay, well, often the computer will say white's better here. Let's see if it has a mistake in mind. Oh, I have to take that. No, still likes white quite a bit. Wow, now it says white's winning. So what on earth did I do wrong? King of 8? This is still winning. I have to play a4. Wow, plus 4.1 now. See what part of the graph this is? I never would have dreamed that. I never would have dreamed that I was winning here. So clearly my endgame technique is needing work unless we see that I must have made some kind of blunder at some point, right? Still winning. Oh, so I do need to push this pawn. Okay, let's keep that in mind for now. Still winning. That's probably when I take the b pawn. Yep, it is. That was a blunder. Wow. Endings are insane. I never dreamed that was a game losing or a game drawing blunder. But it is. Wow, this is an excellent game to learn from, actually. There's just a lot of, like, deeper strategical ideas in this one. Yep, now it's a draw. Okay, so let's see the winning technique from here. Instead of this, I can play knight h5. Wow. Now I thought here, yeah, I thought he could put the bishop there or try to take this pawn. Both look good, don't they? Like, let's say the king goes here and he takes, check, and I take here. The bishop's like on this. I guess they're gonna lose this though. Huh. All right, let's look at the computer line. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing. What about just this move? Go here. Wants to attack the knight. Knight comes back. I should have pushed that pawn like that, get it closer to queening, then try to win that and something else at the same time, I imagine. They come back. Okay, put this on a dark square. E6. Okay, I thought they come in and they're in my stuff, but look. Wow. Wow, I was so wrong. Yeah, this and this, that should win. We're gonna just win that bishop. And then we can take this and queen. Wow. So I had a winning ending. I had no idea. My opponent also thought it was drawn. I'll be really interested to see what my master coach says tomorrow, and national expert, my colleague Ian Goliath. I want to see what he says about this too. I had no idea this was winning during the game, but it's only winning if you know the way to win, which I clearly didn't. So, all right, one last thing. We'll do the learn your mistakes feature. This is a great way to review what you've analyzed. It says no mistakes found for white. What the heck? What did I do wrong? What? Oh, okay. It says no significant mistakes. What? That's not right. I'm gonna try running that again. It's such bullcrap. I mean, look at the graph. I mean, there's no mistakes. What is this? Yeah, when I'm supposed to take the bishop, like, okay, I don't know what's wrong with the computer engine today. It's giving me issues, but all right. Well, I guess that is enough. Thank you guys for analyzing with me. I'm a little more upset now that I've looked at the game. My gut feeling after the game was that I should have won this. And I guess that was way more true than I thought. But it is a good one to learn from. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be back with more chess. Okay, bye.